Welcome back to For Real. It's Wednesday, and that means it's time for the news. In today's ride, we'll visit the east and west gates of Angkor Wat and show you the road to a temple called Ta Nay. There are beautiful jungle views, and we really hope you enjoy it. We've just donated our November YouTube earnings, and this is the updated total. This month we donated half to Heartprint and half to support the elderly women who have had to leave their homes inside the Angkor Archaeological Park. The aim of the fundraising is to gather enough money to build a simple house for each woman. The link is in the description if you'd like to help. This week we'd like to say hi to some viewers that we met. Firstly to Paul, a Canadian that we met outside the Angkor mini market, and also to the lovely people we met at Brother Bong Cafe on Sunday. Wherever you're watching from, please take a moment to like and subscribe. We have had a slight increase in views and revenue, which is fantastic. We're so close to reaching 10,000 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Consider it an early Christmas present. We will be very grateful. Today is Wednesday the 30th of November, and in this episode, we will give you an update about ticketing prices for Angkor. We'll share some good news for Cambodian YouTubers. There's also some news about UXOs and the level of poverty in Cambodia, and there is hope for inmates in Cambodia's prisons. So first up, let's have a look at Angkor ticketing. The current ticketing allows visitors extra days depending on the length of pass they purchase, and this has been in place since COVID. A one-day ticket that costs $37 is valid for 2 days at the moment. A 5-day ticket for $62 is valid for 7 days, and a 1-week ticket for $72 is valid for 10 days. On the 31st of December, the allowance of an extra day or days will finish. So if you're planning a visit to Cambodia, be sure to hit Siem Reap first so you can take advantage of the extra days before the end of the year. The government has announced the annual Angkor Remembrance Festival will be held in the Archaeological Park for 3 days from December the 14th to the 16th. The Apsara Authority will be in charge of the festival, including the program of events. We'll definitely get out there and see what's going on. The Angkor Archaeological Park attracted 134,152 foreign visitors in the first 9 months of 2022, which is an increase of a whopping 2,075% compared to the same period last year. No surprises there though, I guess. $5.36 million in revenue from ticket sales has been reported in the January to September period. This next story is still unfolding, so we will keep everyone informed of the outcome. A meeting was held this week to discuss potential revision of the procedures for applying for the permission of non-immigrant foreigners to enter, exit and stay in the Kingdom of Cambodia. At the meeting, some important points relating to the definition of visa type, conditions and procedures that foreigners must follow to enter, leave and stay in the Kingdom were discussed. The purpose of the revision is to increase the efficiency in managing the presence of foreigners in Cambodia and to facilitate certain conditions for foreigners through the modernisation of legal documents and procedures for foreigners in the Kingdom of Cambodia. More on this as it comes to hand, but do join the Cambodia Visa and Work Permit group on Facebook to read about the most recent, accurate and verified information. The clearing of the Runta Ek development site in Siem Reap's Bantay Stray district has mostly been completed. This is the area where the people who are living inside the archaeological park are being relocated to. Prime Minister Hun Sen has announced that the largely undeveloped area will soon become a town. Officially, 9,574 eligible households have so far agreed to live in the village. About 86% of the residents who were within the Angkor Park have volunteered to move to one of the 2 new villages. Development in the other village has not progressed as far, and the first stages of clearing are still ongoing. But what kind of houses will be built? Well, there has been a competition called Khmer Model House Design for Runta Ek Eco-Village, and more than 100 university students have entered so far. The competition is open to 3rd, 4th and 5th year students who are studying architecture and urban planning. Students could submit designs for 3 different build costs, $18,000, $25,000 and $30,000, each suitable for a land size of 20 metres by 30 metres. Even the lowest cost tier seems quite a lot of money though, when a basic house can be built for $5,000 to $6,000. Unfortunately for YouTube viewers in Cambodia, you will have to watch ads once again. Following the previous suspension of monetization services for YouTube video creators in Cambodia, the Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications has worked with YouTube to resolve the situation. YouTube has officially launched the YouTube Partner Program in Cambodia, which allows Cambodian YouTube content producers to earn money and access opportunities. The Ministry of Posts and Telecommunications will continue to work with YouTube to develop training programs for content producers, which will also help drive the economic and social development of digital products in Cambodia. Thailand and Cambodia have pledged to work together to boost military ties and stamp out cross-border crime, including the recent spate of call centre scams. The two countries have pledged to increase military cooperation, as well as work together to crack down on transnational crime, the drug trade, human trafficking, cybercrime, and particularly call centre scammers duping Thais to work illegally for them in Cambodia. They also agreed to continue the clearing of landmines along the border. And speaking of mines and UXOs, Canada has pledged $1 million for mine and unexploded ordnance clearance activities across affected ASEAN countries. The World Bank has released a report showing how COVID has impacted on poverty in Cambodia. The report started with good news. Cambodia's poverty rate dropped from 33.8% to 17.8% over the 10-year period between 2009 and 2019, with almost 2 million Cambodians escaping poverty. But since 2020, the poverty rate has gone up again by 2.8 percentage points. In real terms, this means 460,000 people have fallen below the poverty income threshold since the start of the pandemic. The World Bank country manager for Cambodia said despite the impressive success in poverty reduction from 2009 to 2019, many households remained vulnerable with few savings or safety nets. This has meant COVID-19 dealt a setback to the country's progress in combating poverty as employment and wages diminished. So what is the poverty line in Cambodia? Well, it's $2.70 per person a day or $80 a month. Some good news though, the Minister of Health inspected the construction progress of the Japanese-funded Siem Reap Provincial Referral Hospital building, which is expected to be completed by the end of the year. It's on track for on-time completion and is already 28% complete. Now some crime-related news. Look out World Cup, Cambodia is all about the cock and not about the ball when it comes to gambling. Authorities in Battambang conducted a raid and arrested 12 people for participating in cockfighting and gambling. During the raid, the police confiscated 2 roosters, 8 motorcycles, a car, and other materials such as chicken feed, which was used to run the operations. Now we have an Only in Cambodia story. Locked inmate complaint boxes have been installed in 3 correctional facilities in the country for prisoners to voice their grievances. The pilot project to protect the rights and freedom of detainees is being carried out by the Cambodian Human Rights Committee with the approval of the General Department of Prisons. Prisoners will be able to lodge secret complaints about prison irregularities and by doing so exercise some of their fundamental human rights. The key holders of the inmate complaint boxes are not prison or ministry officials, but officials from CHRC. Filing complaints will allow detainees the opportunity to provide information related to the violation of rights by any official. Not quite sure how a suggestion box will work in a prison where inmates are constantly monitored, not to mention the fact that a proportion of the detainees would not be able to write. Anyway, I suppose it is a step in the right direction. In moto madness, a super road divider comes to the rescue. An apparently intoxicated foreign driver came a cropper in Phnom Penh. The incident happened on Russian Federation Boulevard. According to sources at the scene, before the incident, a Chinese man was seen driving a silver Corolla at high speed in an erratic manner. At the scene, the car oversteered and hit the railing of the flyover, causing severe damage to the front of the car. Like Robin to Batman, the light pole is a helpful sidekick to the road divider. A driver had a close encounter of the pole kind in Phnom Penh. The incident happened on Monavong Boulevard. Before the incident, a white Ford car was seen travelling along Monavong Boulevard from north to south at high speeds. The driver lost control of his vehicle and smashed into a series of signs before coming to rest nestled against the light pole. After the incident, the owner of the car hurriedly removed the license plate and, in the time-honoured tradition, disappeared into the inky darkness, leaving police to clean up the mess. And lastly today, we do have a good news story. Employees of private companies, government officials from some ministries, students, staff from some local organisations and locals have come out to support the clean-up of Phnom Penh and collected tons of garbage. The One Step No Plastic campaign saw the collection of nearly 10 tonnes of garbage, including recyclable garbage. The campaign has been running for almost half a year, with participants collecting garbage in the provinces of major tourist destinations including Kep and Siem Reap. Reduce, reuse and recycle. That brings us to the end of this week's news. You're now up to date with all of the most important events in the kingdom. I really hope you enjoyed today's ride. Thank you so much for watching, and if you've stayed right till the end and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. Take care, have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.